So last night I saw the movie Prey on Hulu, and I wanted to talk about it because we don't usually get, I guess, big scale type movies in a streaming platform. I know Netflix started doing that a couple years back. Um, they had big actors, bigger budgets, and Hulu really hasn't had any of those things that are really great. Hulu's mainly known for shows. Yes, they do have movies, but they don't really have amazing or big time Hulu originals. And yeah, you can butcher me in the comments, but I'm just saying they're not really known for having a lot of great Hulu originals. Um, Speaking of that, especially something of a bigger franchise. So, for example, we have here the Predator franchise, which this is kind of weird how you had, they did Alien vs. Predator, which they had them fight, and they had two movies of those. And Predator has less movies than Alien. Predator hasn't had the biggest emphasis. They haven't had the biggest spotlight. Um, and Alien has had more movies. Of course, they came out in during the '90s or so, but Predator hasn't had nothing. It was Predator One, Predator Two, a long time before we seen another Predators movie, and then we got The Predator, which is the worst movie of all in terms of Predator movies. So, what is this movie about? This movie is about a Indian tribe, mainly about one female who wants to be a hunter. Okay, that's a great thing, a great story, simple plot, and she figures out there's something wrong, which is the predator in her area, and she wants to hunt it. Now, yes, it's a story about a woman overcoming something and her being something than just what she's known to be, which is, just a simple story, and it's a good story. I mean, you need stories like that. But it also I said harkers, it also goes back to the first Predator movie because this one feels like the first movie, but different. It's set in like the 1700s. Um, so, like, those Indians and things like that nature. And during a movie, of course, if you're watching this, I spoil movies. If you're watching a review, of course, she meets white people. She meets different animals and different things, and that there's different things going on. But pretty much, um, they kind of know a little bit of what the predator is. Not really what it is, but I think she referred to him as like the thunder god or some kind of thing like that. But I don't remember 100%. I have to rewatch it. But the main thing is she knows something's wrong. She wants to hunt the predator, and throughout the movie, the predator is just hunting things. We see him hunting snakes. Man, the scene with the bear is like insane. When I seen that bear like bite the fuck out of him, like he bit the shit right here in his neck, and then he like almost looked like he killed him. But and then predator just like moves, slices his fucking head off pretty much. That is insane. Like there's some insane shots in this movie. The cinematography is amazing. For a Hulu movie, you're talking about something amazing. And of course, Prey is a prequel to the Predator franchise, and it's important. But at the same time, like, it's a Hulu movie. You still gotta think about that in a way. So, what is the biggest thing about this movie? She tracks him down. The Predator ends up killing people of her tribe, her own brother, and then she uses the gun, which is a very big thing if you know about the Predator films. Um, in Predator 2, Danny Glover's character was given a musket gun in the end of the movie. Now that gun is tied to this movie because she's uses that gun to kill pretty much the Predator. Well, the start of his death, but she used that gun to kill him, and it's kind of insane because where does this gun come from? When you start thinking about the future of the films, you're like, how did they get hold of this gun? Did they kill the tribe? Did they like kill her? I don't know, but it's important to know that this movie pretty much feels like the first movie. You have a simple story. You have less acting, but more action going on, which is the difference in my opinion. It's not like you have characters and lines that you're gonna remember, but You're gonna have more gore and action and stuff. You're like, wow, you haven't seen this in a Predator movie in a long time. The way he attacked, the way he was smart, the way he was fighting off characters was really cool. Certain scenes that they showed of her and the Predator doing their own thing, it was pretty cool. Seeing that the Indians, how they had different medicines and shit. It's a cool little thing. And then in the end, people were always asking like, how is this girl gonna fight the Predator? Um, you have to outsmart the Predator, and even during the movie, the bear could have killed him, but he played it smart, and the bear is just his brute force, but he's not thinking. He's just all force. So you got to think about those things when in this movie she's not the strongest character, not the biggest character, but at the same time she's a character that pretty much outsmarted him, and she ended up using his own technology to kill him, which is really really good. This movie is pretty much, in my opinion, just the first movie in a different manner and going back to basics, which is what the Predator needed to do. Um, the design of the Predator was different. His mask was pretty cool. Now I would say I didn't like the Predator's face. And I'm not talking about oh he's ugly. I'm talking about like he kind of has some big ass eyeballs. I don't know what was wrong with his character. His face was a little weird. I did prefer with the mask on, but it was cool. His character design, it made him a little slimmer, a little taller. But I do believe in the first Predator movie, he was designed to be like that anyways. Bigger, taller, not just shorter and thicker, which AVP started doing. I think Predators started looking a little fatter, which is cool. There's different sized Predators, and the movie Predators show that too. But this Predator was a lot slimmer, athletic. Um, he looked pretty cool. Like I said, his mask was pretty different to me. Um, Smart, same technology you're used to seeing. I mean, he could turn invisible. He had technically had not the lasers, but like darts he shot out. I mean, I don't fucking know the terms of things, but the Predator was cool. The Predator was strong. He was smart. It wasn't like oh shit, now that scene's fake. There was like no scenes in this movie where you can kind of say that. Yes, you can still say, hey, this girl couldn't probably kill a Predator, but the way that they did it, the way they shot the film, you could believe it happened, and that's the good thing. They were smart. They wrote the movie well. They filmed the movie well. The coloring is amazing. Like honestly, the scale of the movie isn't really big, like location wise, but it felt big. It felt like every location meant something. Um, and honestly, you could watch it again. I say you can watch it twice. There's a little bit in here that you can enjoy, but it's pretty much Predator franchise back to basics. And from here, you can technically tell another story to connect the future stories, which if they wanted to do, I mean, they called it Prey for a reason. Who knows what's going on that they want to do, the studio, the company, I don't know. But go watch it. A good movie. If you got Hulu, go ahead and watch it. Until next time.